Yeah, hex.
Okay.
I don't know if either. Oh, start. There we go. They've changed the layout a little bit on this. Get used to it. Oh, my cameras.
I don't really see how the pie rule evens things. Doesn't it just give the advantage back to you? I mean,
Well, that generally means that you wouldn't make a move that gives you too much advantage or the second person advantage. It gives a it gives a more neutral move, I guess.
I don't even know the game well enough, I guess, to know what to.
Yeah, that's fair.
But also, I don't. Yeah, isn't every first move going to be about equal? I don't know.
Well, that one was pretty much in the middle. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I haven't played enough to know exactly.
Because it's like wherever you go on the first move could equally be used by both players. I don't really see. I'm probably wrong. I just don't see.
Yeah, so it makes it so the first player who goes doesn't make a.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, it seems like wherever the first move is, no matter who does it, it's equally going to be advantageous for both players.
Hmm?
Well, I don't know the board. I guess I could be wrong. I just don't know how I'm wrong.
No, I get it. How that since I just changed to that color, now that move is advantageous to me instead of you.
Right, but then I don't. Yeah, and so what I'm saying is, it just seems then that
Oh,
whoever.
but it's still instead of going first with that move, I'm going second with that move. Or like so, it's then.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, why have the pie rule? Because then it's like, if it's the advantage is just going to switch to you, and I don't think there's any advantage to where any of the pieces are ever put. Well, I guess, yeah. Then I don't. You know what I mean? Then it's just like, why have the pie rule at all? Just
Okay, well, so consider this. So instead of say there that was the theoretical best move that you made, right? Instead
yeah.
of that move being the first move, it's okay. Let me think about this. I had this in my head a second ago. It is the second move, right? Um,
What I'm saying is, I
no,
guess the
no.
core of what I'm saying is, I don't see how any place on the board as a first move, no matter who has it, is an advantageous place for one person over another. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
So then I'm just saying that that must be the game. Like I don't, but just looking at the face of it, doesn't every move the board is symmetrical? So
Yeah,
wouldn't the first move of anything be equally advantageous for either one? And
I
so
think it could
then
be.
the
Yeah.
only advantage would then be who got to go first. And if the pie rule only switches who gets to go first from the person who went first, why not just do
So
away with the
then
pie
it could be considered like the other person is choosing the starting move. If you do the pie roll,
rule? The board's perfectly symmetrical. So where you start doesn't actually. Okay, so then I guess okay. But the board's symmetrical. So I don't know. It just okay. I guess.
I'll
I
look it
guess.
up. I mean, I'm sure there's. I'm sure.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's just interesting because the board is symmetrical. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I guess if you start at the corner, there would be something different about that. It would be different, but it would be this. I don't know. Whatever.
You feel free to swap with me if you want.
Yeah,
It's on the left, I think.
yeah, I'm gonna swap with you.
Ooh.
See what I did there? See, now I have the advantage.
Okay, so now I'm blue, right? Yeah, I'm blue. Take that.
I'm already pretty far behind you. Okay.
So yeah, I got that one isolated, so then I'm just like up one move, and that seems pretty critical.
Yeah. Yeah, you're up. I mean, you're winning by a huge margin.
The corners do count as both, if that was a question.
It's not.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
lost.
Yeah. So maybe we might try a bigger board because then we have like more moves to stop the other person. I would say more moves to. So yeah. Hey Watson, I see you. Because that's not the that's yeah I don't that's not the way like you would need to block my line a few moves ahead. I don't know exactly how to do it. Let's see if I can. Okay, start a new game. I want to see if I can change.
Playing field here? Have you already played this game?
Once.
See, that's not fair. So that means that was our okay.
I believe I just changed the board size. The game, yeah, 13 by 13.
Just make it as big as possible. What's the biggest?
19 by 19.
Let's do it. Is that like a Go reference there?
That's a Go size board, but it's I mean it's less.
No, this is
Yeah.
much more complicated than Go.
Okay, so you need to sit down and then because you're a guest right now.
You can sit down, okay?
You need to sit down.
Just sit down. Sit the fuck
Take
down.
a seat. Alright. So yeah, you're trying to get top to bottom, but you know, maybe I want to swap. You know, maybe I do want to swap.
Maybe I want a slippy, sloppy poop pop.
Alright.
In a slippy slop
Mm.
in a poop pot. What?
I was thinking whether I should swap or not.
Slippy slop. Don't swap. What?
You lost it.
Yeah. Like I'm already done?
It's over.
Is that really? That is over already, right?
No. So I was saying here with a bigger board, you could just start playing on my edges, and I don't know exactly. Or there's different ways to block. Like you weren't blocking it. I don't know the ways to block either. So, but I mean,
Well, I could play on your edges.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And then
you have to go farther than me, and then if I'm still connecting. I don't know, man. It's complicated.
yeah, it's just the simplest. Place one down and connect your sides. You got an hour to think, so take your time.
I mean, I already lost. I'm already way behind. I'm way behind, man, because you have two down and a clear path, and I don't have a clear path. I mean,
I think you might be missing the idea of it. I don't think it's. I mean, I don't have a. You can block me off from having a clear path because I'm so
no,
far
I
away.
can at this point, not really, because every time I put one down to block your path, you're still able to move forward. You see
Then
what I'm
put
saying?
one farther away from me. I'm saying you can put one over near like Q10 and
Yeah,
like
but then if
C12.
I'm already trying to, I don't know.
I think it's more. I think a good way to think about it would be about building nets rather than like you can. Well, you might need to be a little bit farther away, but I don't know. We'll figure it out together.
But see, like, there's already dead spaces, right? So, like, a dead space for me is by K12 and K11. Like, I'm fucked there because if I move in either K12 or K11, you automatically just connect there. So
Yeah. So they're like those two. Yeah.
So that's like you've already won that territory. So that's like that's a combination that should be memorized.
Yeah, that's a good way to.
Because also it's kind of dead for you. Well, no, it's not.
It's
It's
a
dead.
forcing move that if you go on one of them, then I have to go on the other one if I want to connect them. But that doesn't mean that's necessarily a good or bad thing
You
for you or me.
win right now. You should actually just connect those. Because you're the one who's able to connect with one move. I can't. So you should actually play that. Or not play it because it doesn't matter whether I play it or not.
Yeah, there could be more. There's other important moves. Depends on.
Right, but you've already won that area.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for you to commit a move to that area because you've already won it.
Yeah.
And you also won the H13, H12 area.
Yeah.
So what I'm actually seeing is connecting by, basically, it seems like what you want to do is connect by connecting next to each other is actually not as important as connecting one line away. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you want to be able to.
If you can connect one line away, it gives yourself two options to be able to connect that piece.
Yeah, that's true.
But then the other caveat is that you would want to connect two directly together if you can do a full block off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about doing the least amount of moves, but having influence too with those moves, and then just being able to connect, make those moves connect those sides, or stop your player from connecting. Those sides.
I mean, if you just look at the board, I'm losing dramatically because the synergy of my pieces is not going towards the direction I need to go. The synergy of mine is going with your direction, which means I'm losing pretty terribly. That was a good move for me, I think. Because now I have maybe. So my newest idea for my piece in Norway is that I'm going to have my apartment and then I'm going to make each room an installation. And people walk into my apartment. And the bedroom will be about an interview, or not I think it will be a conversation. And I take a bunch of conversations that I record with friends or whoever on the street. And I turn that into an art, and I turn that into a sound piece, and you wear wireless headphones. And you go in there, and the piece is going to be about sex. And then you go into the room, and there's going to be like an installation that somehow relates to sex, but the conversations will not be sexual, but they'll be like innuendo. And that's just one of the installations. And I'm not a very sexually experienced person, so it might even be about my struggles of being awkward and not even being able to have sex. And then the kitchen will be a commentary. So I'll record myself out in the real world commenting on situations with other people, whether that's like in a park commenting on the people walking by or whatever, but with someone else. And then the live part will be that I will be cooking while you have on the wireless headphones, and there'll be like metaphors where you don't know what we're commenting on, but cooking is like possibly being inferred that that's actually what's being talked about. And then the living room is about an interview, and then the bathroom is about internal monologue. And yeah, so that's my pitch. Maybe I'll get into the Norwegian Academy with that pitch.
Nice.
But yeah, dude. So you're just better at this game than me. I need to figure out what I'm doing.
I had one good thought over here, and that helped me. But other than that,
What good thought? What do you mean?
there was like a double threat that I made, and that helped me connect those. I don't think I'm out of the woods yet. The proverbial woods.
Dude, you won, man. Don't. Like, it's not even. Come on, man. It would have to be a catastrophic. Right? I mean, we're more than halfway there, and I don't have one continuous line yet. like, look how poorly I played. Like, my play is so poor that it literally. If you didn't know that this game was about crossing, you would think that we were playing a co-op or something. Like, I haven't made, like, my move. It doesn't even look like I'm trying to cross. Like,
That may have been your plan. Do moves that really confuse me.
Confuse you? I think you've been playing so quickly, it seems I've done the opposite of confusing you. I've, like, made you resolve and know what to play more clear. I mean, look, right?
Well, you haven't. I mean, obviously, this isn't working.
What you're doing now isn't working. Now you won. Now you won. If I win from here, would you probably be willing to give me $1? Would you Venmo me or PayPal me $1 if I win from here? Come on.
It's still like I'm not
Dude,
good enough to.
Whenever you're winning, you like to say that.
No, I mean as on for chess for so, but for this one, I'm really not sure.
But Travis, you're up, dude. Just admit it. I don't know why you don't like to admit when you're up. You don't like to say you're up because I think it's like this idea that you could be humble.
I don't know what my next move should be, and I don't.
I think you're. Oh yeah, because dude, I actually do have you here. Because if you go to R14 or R13, if you go to R14, I'm gonna red you off, and then if you go to the other one, I'll red you off. I'll red you, dude. I read you. You know what I mean? See, this is like Go. This is better than Go.
Have you played Go yet?
Yeah, I played it one time. No, I don't know how. I know Go is so cool. I don't ever want to learn Go because I don't want to waste my life away. But...
Oh, wow.
According to my own understanding and goals, it would be a waste for my life. Now, for others, it may be fruitful. So what I've been watching a lot about is, dude, I've just been really interested in Taiwan recently.
Okay.
Taiwan is an incredibly interesting place.
Yeah, what about them?
What?
What about them have you been learning? Like military stuff or with like the geopolitical stuff or just
their history, how complex their history is, dude.
Yeah.
Their history is so fucking muddled. It's like
one of the best like war reenactment movies is like the Chinese, that Civil War.
You won. No, you didn't.
I don't know.
See, dude? See? See, I might win now. Because now I'm starting to fuck you up. Because now, look, I have a line. I actually have a line now. No, but now you're going to fuck me there. No, don't do it. Travis, don't do it. Don't do it. No, don't do that. Travis. No, don't do that. That's not cool.
Oh, yeah, sure went there.
How you won? Now I've got to prevent your scheme.
I'm scheming. No, we'll do another one. I only got those two left.
No, dude. No, let's not do another one ever again.
You don't want to?
I don't want to be your friend. I'm just kidding. All right, let's do it, man. So think about Taiwan, man. Like,
Okay.
think about Taiwan.
I'm thinking.
You know the most interesting reason why I like Taiwan is simply because I was at the Norwegian Academy of Music and this Taiwanese girl hit on me. It's that simple.
All right, there we go.
and so then after that, I just said, "Well, I'm gonna learn about Taiwan." That wasn't quite that simple. I mean, I have had an interest. Yeah, I mean, but it is interesting, man. Like, have you ever thought about it? I mean, it's not uninteresting. I'll tell you that. It's not uninteresting. So there you go. So that's your move. That's what you always like to do, you little bitch.
I mean, I haven't thought of a better reason to move one of the other spots, and so then my same reasoning was default to that. So I don't think it's the best. I don't know.
Dude, I'm tired of you thinking that you understand all this. I'm just kidding. Okay, so now I go here. See, look at that. That's the move. That's the move. Look at that. That's a good move, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Because now I still have a connector line, kind of. I know the move you need to do. I think you should highly consider. I don't want to see if you do it, but. You're going long strategy. Far out, long.
Far out.
That's far out, man. That's far out, dude. I'm gonna create a concentric circle.
Go for it.
Or your understanding of breadth and technology within this game. Okay, so if I there's something that I could do here pretty detrimental to what your plan is.
Does seem detrimental, doesn't it?
It does seem detrimental because okay, so you're coming in strong here.
Okay.
You cut me. You hurt me. Now I shall cut you back in a harsh, intrusive way. So it seems like we both have this idea that we should connect with these kind of triangle like.
Yeah, see how our strategy changed one game after another.
I'm losing. Pretty badly here. Not good. Not good. Okay. Well,
So that's a good strategy for making lines, but not for blocking, as we can see. It's a good offensive, but not a defensive, maybe. Yeah, there's still a lot of open space over here.
well, that's not gonna work, is it? Dude, you're literally making a perfect line. Here we go. It's almost as if I'm helping you win here. So now I think it's officially almost impossible for me to win at this point. Because, like, I mean, the amount of moves you have to do to win is just so easy. Okay. That's over. I'm gonna quit here. Shouldn't I? I mean, because anywhere I go now, it's always gonna be a either or. Where I make a move near one of these lines, you make the opposite move, and you automatically win. Because it's like you're gonna be connected every time. I guess let's just play it out. See? It doesn't really work, does it?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. Come on.
Yeah. I don't think you should presume my knowledge quite yet. I know very little, I would say.
Yeah, so what does that mean that I know? Nothing?
We both know very little, I'd say.
Yeah, but I know much more little than you.
I know much more little than you.
I'm littler. See? I told you.
Yep, so... I was thinking G15. Okay. Yeah, there was one move over here that I was looking at that I was like, well, if you go here, it's not an either or. But I think that was one of them. But I don't... I don't know. Yeah, so now I think it's... Now I'm a lot more confident to say, and yes, it's an either or. Do you want to do another one or call it there? There's one very similar to like this that I want to do next that is... I don't know, but it's... Yeah.
I would like to play this one again, so no, I'm not going to allow you to see the one that you want to play next now.
Nice.
I think it's easier to play as blue visually because you notice that my direct connect lines are slightly diagonal.
What?
Where
It's
your
symmetrical.
direct connect lines are purely horizontal. Look at it.
It's
Your
symmetrical.
most direct line of sight is going to be a perfectly horizontal line, where my most direct
It's going to be a
ways
perfectly
get-
vertical line.
No, it's not vertical. It's diagonal.
Well, then in the same way, then mine's diagonal. It's not perfectly horizontal. It's a symmetrical board.
No, it's not because look, man,
You argued at the beginning of this how this is symmetrical.
but it's not symmetrical in how you view it and like how. Think about it, man. When you look at the board as blue,
Yeah.
you're seeing just a horizontal connection, right? Where I have to see a diagonal connection, right? So visually,
No,
it's
I mean
different.
no. My blue is diagonal in the same way that your red is diagonal. That's how the board is slanted. Like,
No, but think, dude. But the orientation allows for you to see horizontal lines, where when I think of a direct connection, I have to see a diagonal line. Right? There's
Okay.
there's no point.
it
where
depends.
I
Yeah,
get-
okay. It depends.
where-
I see a straight line of hexagons that connect with those straight lines. But
Okay,
hexagon.
no, I didn't say straight. I'm not talking about straight. I'm talking about diagonal lines and horizontal lines. Do you see what I'm saying?
What line? What
Okay,
line
so
are you considering a
813,
line?
Your thing
Is a group of hexagons a line, or is a black line a line?
No, I'm talking about like if you're on a piece of paper. All right, let's pretend that the screen is a piece of paper.
The what? The screen is a piece of paper. Okay.
The screen is a piece of paper, and you take your pencil and you put it at H13. You're able to take your pencil and move it directly right from that thing and hit
Okay.
H13 and then hit the other 13 on either side, right?
Okay, but in your head, take that board that you're seeing on the screen and tilt it 90 degrees to the left.
I understand that, right? But that's the point, right? I think we can more easily see lines of, when in our minds visually thinking, we can more easily understand lines of horizontal and vertical lines are easier to deduce than diagonal lines. And I know it's an orientation thing. If I was to flip the board, it would be the same. It's symmetrical, but it's not it's not the same seeing. And so I think it could be a slight disadvantage to have red here because I think our mind more easily makes connections of horizontal and horizontal than it does diagonal. I don't know. That's just a
I don't know.
theory, but I think that could be true, right? Isn't that possible? I mean, of course
They have I think they have. I mean, I know where it was on the older website, but they have like how many games
one
are.
where you can both see the same orientation and still.
No,
play
they
the-
have how many games been played in the win lose ratio per color.
Oh, let's look it up. But don't you think there could be some credence there to how the mind processes visual information?
Sure, but it's not the same per person.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, there are what you call like statistical,
It's not.
like it's possible that there can be like most people are right-handed. That doesn't mean everyone's left-handed. That doesn't mean no one's left-handed. But there's like statistical,
Sure.
you know. Sure. I don't know. I just think it's interesting, man. I'm just trying. I think it's my mind trying to stretch as many ways to explain why I'm losing, but in having that bias towards wanting to explain why I'm losing and not be at fault, I might have stumbled upon something true. I think mostly though it's just that I'm not as good at this, but in probably a more slightly objective sense. But it was probably because of you probably had your shower earlier in the day. You know what I'm saying? Is like there's so many things that
I did shower earlier today. Yeah.
so that means that there's so many things that might compound to why everything. So I guess really it doesn't matter. It's like it's really just playing a game with someone is just accepting
Accepting life.
the moment of where you're at and just saying, am I able to play this game better than you in this moment?
So yeah, that's somewhat stopped me from always playing rated games and chess stuff because there's times where I knew I was irritable or yeah, not in a competitive mode or competitive. Yeah, just angry or I don't know. So I mean, there's always I mean I can always do casual games or do puzzles or look at studies or watch videos or there's always a lot of different things you can do with chess. I mean, that's not playing a rated game, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, someone made the puzzles, so in a way you're playing against them, right? Like you're testing your ability against someone else's making. And I think it's basically inescapable. I think the way to really escape it is to just not even think of a game as playing someone else, but think of it as
There's Zen mode for that. Yeah, you can like take away all the ratings and names and stuff like that.
yeah, that's how I play. But basically, you should just think of a game as think of it as Hegel, and just everyone is already you. So in a way, you're playing the universe's. I'm playing
You're playing
the
yourself.
universe's expression of what we call Travis. But I am also an expression of the universe, and that means that just the edge of the side that I happen to call myself did not glimmer as brightly, but I glimmered all the same because I am Travis in a sense as well. And
If you want to make the claim that you're Travis as well, you can definitely do that.
yeah, but this isn't about making claims. I truly believe this is true. And it is true.
You believe it? You believe you're Travis?
I believe that in some senses, yes.
Yeah. What are those senses?
Those senses are that cause and effect in the sense that we are both matter that can influence each other and it's hard to, it's like all is one and one is all kind of philosophy.
Yeah.
And in that sense,
The part of you that you think you have control over is currently losing in this game, but a part that you don't think you have control over is showing you the way of what to do, step by step.
yeah, the you is the problem, right? What if we just took away a sense of you or I and just thought of it as an interaction between What if it was just a oneness? Like, really, the point is not that we're who won or lost. The point is that actually we're more of a whole by playing each other. We're actually more just the algorithm of this game in existence. When you zoom out a little bit, the fact that we're playing actually makes us more alike than separate.
Yeah, could this be a computer's algorithm way of learning how to play this game?
Maybe.
But I guess that it kind of is, because, I mean, learning algorithms could train off of this data. And so it's in a way using us to learn.
I mean, does this run algorithms?
What?
You know what this makes me think about? That time that we laughed so hard about that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Larry. That's so funny, man. I just laughed so fucking hard, dude. That was so funny. God damn.